Hey everyone, it's Finch here. We're back with some more SPL action. This will be the first playoff game of SPL 11 I'll be bringing you guys. I guess I'll also give you guys a bit of a news announcement. As a lot of people around the world know, coronavirus has been impacting people's lives, even health, safety, etc., for a while now. Um, and because of that, unfortunately, changes are being made that are basically out of precautions. One of those for me, I'm moving home from school. All of my classes are being put online. The clubs I'm a part of, such as Pokemon Club and Club Softball, are being canceled within the next week. So I'm basically done with college. The online classes might be a bit of work in my spare time, but I'm moving home, and soon I'll be hopefully working a full time job once I quote unquote graduate, which might not even happen in person, but come June or July, that would be the goal. But in the meantime, I now have a really free couple months, and normally I invest my spare time in part on Pokemon, but also on following sports like baseball, football, though that's over. Regardless, baseball's a big one for me though. And basketball, the March Madness tournament, for those of you who don't know, college basketball is something I really follow seriously. And that is all of those were canceled as well due to travel limitations from coronavirus and fear of so many people being in a specific area causing disease to spread. And that's completely understandable. I have no objections to that. I'm not here to share my opinions or talk about hot button issues, but rather I have more time on my hands, and because of that, maybe that could be good for the channel. Maybe I'll try and bring some more stuff. Definitely SPL coverage if I can. But the thing is that this week is like the thick of it, and all of these games can be crammed into over the weekend, and I might have to start like packing and stuff. I play tomorrow, so we're gonna try and do our best to bring some content. Um, might be a lot over the next couple of weeks, but not much this week. We'll see. Might not. It really depends on my situation when I get home as well. But as of now, all I can bring you guys is the first black and white game of the playoffs between Dr. Caetano93 and King John W., the former of the Rulers, the latter of the Tyrants. The Tyrants are winning 1-0 because Troller was able to emerge victorious against Hugo Fedex in RPY. But this black-white game, too, is definitely a really tight game. Both these guys went positive in the regular season black-white. I think that John W. went 5-4, and the Doctor went 4-3, but he also lost an RPY game, so he finished 4-4. You got subbed out the week he's supposed to play Saw one. But yeah, so look at teams, and right off the bat, you see some interesting Pokemon. John W is rocking Triple Ground, which is always solid. I quite like that. But he also has a Celebi, which is interesting. Normally don't see Celebi outside of Nasty Plot plus Baton Bass, but on this team could be a Sword Dance Pass Center. Like even Stealth Rocks, I guess. But there are like 5 possible Stealth Rockers, so who knows. One of the ground types is going to be Scarf. It's going to be a Pivot Rotom W. Rocks can be whatever. Tar could be rocks for attacks. I don't think it's Scarf on this. We'll wait and see. As for Caetano's team on the flip side, also has 2 ground types, Garchomp and Landorus. We see Garchomp on both sides, which is cool. Nice little revitalization. He's Ferrothorn and Rotom W as well. His psychic type of choice is Alakazam. So interesting, we're seeing a Latios free game. Caetano's team is actually really weak to choice Keldeo, which isn't great, truth be told, but that's fine. Anyway, sorry, just thinking. John W's team though it looks pretty solid. Not huge as on Selby not being like in a nasty passing role, but it can work. So yeah, let's get on into this game and see how it goes. Right off the bat, I'm thinking Rotom W or Grass types kind of solid leads. We're gonna see Rotom W against Rotom W. Yep. All right, so we're gonna see some Wisp fired off. Kaitana's going first is really good for John W. Having the slower Volt Switch or Will Wisp is always nice in these kind of mirrors. And we're going to see that do 26, which is a decent amount. But Chomp's going to come in, and yeah, I mean, you almost always double Wisp in that scenario. So a proper start from John W. there. Chomp's going to be burnt. And if it's not like it's a Life Orb special. Oh, and he gets a crit against Selby, which is huge because now it's into a kill range potentially. And if it's Life Orb like that, it's probably Rocks as well. Indeed it is. So this looks like a great start for Caetano with a lot of luck. I'm critting through the which otherwise could have been a nice check after the Draco there and forcing it out. Landers is going to come in on a Stealth Rock and probably get a U-turn off as John W, interestingly enough, goes to Rotom W, perhaps predicting him bar ice, but now it's so weak. And as we saw before, Caetano's Rotom W is quicker, so all of a sudden John W is at a disadvantage for being slower, despite it normally helping him out in the 1v1. So he's going to switch it out, despite it being in rock range, predicting that Volt Switch and going to his Chomp. And Chomp very well could be outraging or Draco Meteor here. Is that's what it would take to kill. He's going to actually be that Life Orb Draco Meteor set. So it's cool to see 2 chain Chomps, 2 mixed Chomps against each other in a 2020 Black White. Really cool. Rodan W is just going to be fought off even out of 5 apiece. On a substitute, predicting a fodder. Wow, great play there from Caetano, but he's going to hit a focus blast. But wait, no, he's substitute plus grass knot with life orb. That's going to be able to kill out. Really cool set from Caetano there. He's going to pay a great dividend. Take out the tar, give him a clear advantage, and also an ability to threaten the Celebi, of course, this weekend, and whichever 2 ground types are not Scarf. So that's pretty great. The drill's going to come out revealing that it is likely to Scarf on this team. He's not Ironhead, predicting the Landorus as Pharaoh comes in. Nicely done there from the Doctor. I assume he could just go for a spike here or an attack. He's going to go for the whip, though. He's going to connect against the Garchomp doing 37. Rough Skin will be taken in return. But Garchomp does rocks and Power Whip again if it ever happens again. Meanwhile, Caetano's not going to risk the Fire Blast, so he's going to go to his own shop to kind of like force a tie and eat the Fire Blast. But Earthquake's going to take him out, predicting that. Nice mid-ground there from W. But then Caetano's going to take him out, and it's kind of a trade-for-trade game at this point as Joe comes out again. And once again, we're going to see the Ironhead predicting Landorus as Throw comes in. So Caetano kind of controlling the not like fodder turns and being a mod up in this sequence is great. Selby's going to come in here, and what I assume to be a knockoff, but he actually is a spike, and it doesn't really make a ton of sense. I wouldn't risk the spike, but like, you don't really gain much with the spike at this point. He's just going to go for a Thunder Wave here. That's all fine and well. Just assume the last 2 moves are knockoff and Power Whip. Gyro Ball wouldn't make much sense. He's going to go for the knock here on the full para. Okay. I guess he's scared to risk the Landorus coming in and then attack. So he's going to go for another spike on a U-turn. I'm surprised he didn't recover up there. If you're going to commit to it, you might as well have. But Landorus comes in here, and this is going to be some booster set or gravity. I don't really like gravity. I think it's a booster set. And Tar's going to come on in on a Swords Dance. Okay, wait, but he's going to be Revenge Kill. Oh, but he's Rock Polish too. But, I mean, I think, it's going to live. I got crazy turn of events there. And John W is not happy, but with Intimidate and potential pivoting, I mean, it would have come down to best to have had to hit Stone Edge and be Rock Gem and crit or get a high roll. And that depends on the spread, of course. If it's an offensive Landorus too, then maybe not even that. But also still the 50-50s. And the fact that Ice Beam almost definitely was a min damage there. So I feel like the Selby crit before mattered more than that. But yeah, crazy turn of events. And Caetano's going to remain on top despite letting that Landorus set up. And it looks like it's pretty much game from there as the Drill's going to lock in Ironhead again. Probably going to pick it out. Selby's going to come in, take hazards, get paralyzed. It's already knocked. Paralyzed, taking sand, took hazards, which left it low. You can cover up all he wants, but Tar's going to come in, outrun it, and then Landorus can kill it with U-turn if need be later on. So it's going to be a good game. Caetano's going to advance with an admittedly lucky victory, but I think he played fine nevertheless. Unfortunate for John W., who's really frustrated with this loss. Of course, 10th part of the season, playoffs and all, but that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Definitely not a horrible showing from him either. I think he might have been able to segue into the endgame a bit smoother, but it so happens that it didn't work out that way, and Caetano is going to emerge victorious here. Good game, interesting teams, and excited to bring you guys some more content moving forward. It's Finch. Peace.